Hey, what's up everybody? It's Richy here. Today has just been chaotic and it's barely started. I woke up at like 7. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to record. It is now 10 and I have got nothing done. And not because like I was just not productive. No. There is noise happening everywhere today. Like, I live on a farm, so it's already bad. But today, all the animals have decided to be super noisy. All of the dogs next door have decided to start barking. And our next door neighbors have, like, some sort of a terrifying pack of dogs. So I'm sitting in my room, surrounded by blankets and pillows draped everywhere over the windows and behind me, in hopes that maybe less background noise will show up. I mean, usually we have 0 background noise, and that's great. And I would really like to keep it that way. Also, I hurt my wrist a few days ago, and it still hasn't gotten better, so it hurts a little when I use my mouse. And, oh, come on, there was something else bad that happened. I gotta remember this. Oh, yeah, and for some reason, I'm sniffly this morning. So if you hear me going, that's just me, like, trying to get the mucus back in my nose. Oh my gosh, we did get some stuff done since the last episode. As you can see, I captured a villager friendo, and I started building a little place for him to live. It's something I've sort of struggled with a lot. Let's look at this really quick. I just don't know. It's supposed to be a little house with a flat roof, and I'm not sure if I even like it. It's something I've spent maybe around an hour changing out all of the materials and moving things around slightly, and it's still, you know what, I think that looks better than with the detail, actually. But it's still something I'm like a little bit unsure about. Let's take all these stairs down. I can't talk either. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, stairs are going to be gone. We'll have only wood and stone, and I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. It's not anything amazing. It's not anything special, but what we're gonna do here is hopefully build a villager breeder inside of it, if I can figure out how to make one. Now, generally, the way villager breeders work is really cool and really simple. We're going to start with a villager down underground a little bit below us with a couple of doors. And he's going to think he's by himself, and he's also going to think he needs more villagers for a village. So what he's going to do is sort of send a command in a general area that says, hey guys, we need to make some villager babies to increase the size of our village. And what he doesn't see, because the way the glitch works, is the 2 villagers up above on a crop farm who are just farming along, and all of a sudden they receive that signal, and they start doing the thing, and because the villager below us can't see, basically, any villagers above him, he's going to keep sending that signal forever. So the villagers here are always going to think they need to make villager babies, and we are going to have a surplus of them, which we use for trading. And basically, I'm thinking this farm is a little bit small. We want a lot of area, but what I'm gonna do is make a platform at least on one side with trapdoors on it and water underneath. And what that's gonna do is cart the baby villagers right out of here. We'll make, say, a wall, maybe of glass, at around this height, and then baby villagers will be able to run out into the water, but adult villagers won't. So, with all of that said, all that explained, hopefully I did a decent job. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start building, and when I have something decent, I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, we finished up the top section of our villager breeder, and it is looking pretty nice. We have crops for the villagers to harvest and eat, and this little section for baby villagers to drop down. Currently, I don't have a place they're going to go yet, but that won't matter until we get a bunch of them. And eventually, I want to use this to make a villager trading hall. Now, the last thing I need to do is set up the area where the one lonely villager goes down below. And I think all we really need to do, I don't even think we have to center it. We just have to dig straight down a couple of blocks. This is actually the best way to dig down, I've found, because you can, basically, when you're looking between the two blocks, you don't have to worry about falling into anything. Though we're so high up, we don't really have to worry at all. And basically, we need to, no, that's not exposed to natural light. Crap. What I was going to say is we need to make sure that block is exposed to natural light, because the doors need to be lit for some reason by the sun, or else it won't work. I guess it's some sort of a way from preventing villagers. I don't know what it's for. I mean, it's not like there are any villages underground. So we're going to go out a block and build our little thing right underneath these leaves. And we're going to put leaves all the way up in this design. Well, all the way down in this case. I can't talk, guys. Because we're going to need transparent blocks all the way up this passage. When we get to the end, when we dig down all the way, we're going to place 9 doors. And then we're not going to drop this villager in there, but we're going to have to get a villager over here and place him down. That is good. I can see the sun from there. Do we have any light? No. Great. And we got another one. So I'm just going to jump into this boat. It's going to take a little bit of planning to figure out how to get over to the ocean without falling down a block. Because I made some tunnels earlier. But the thing is, with boats, if you have a boat and you do not, and you fall down a block, I am sorry, then you can't get back up without breaking the boat. So you can row it on ground, sort of, but not efficiently. However, this all worked out. This is the passage I carved before. We're going to fall right down into the ocean, and then I'm going to be able to cart this villager over to my base. And now that we're back, and I think everything is alright, I don't think I messed up anything too badly, we're just going to go ahead and push this villager into this little piece of water right there. And then we're going to close it off behind him, and he should slowly go down that hole without taking, once again, hopefully, any damage at all. And it looks like is not a great word to use in this situation, but it looks like it worked. So we're going to go down there ourselves, make sure he's doing okay, light up the area just a little bit so nothing spawns at all. And then we just need one more villager to make this thing work. You know, I actually just realized this. There's a different sound for rowing on land than there is for rowing on water. And originally, I mean, everyone thought rowing on land must have been a glitch, but maybe the developers just implemented it as a funny feature, I guess, that I don't know why they would do that. However, we do have ice boat racing, so I'm not going to complain about it at all. It's something that's pretty cool. Alright, to make this one easy, we're just going to send our villager buddy, if we can get him up, right through the wall of this thingy. Thingy is not the correct word, and diorite is not the correct block. Inside this villager trader, close this off. No, we don't need that to be there. Close this off like this, and I guess patch up this area, and that should be working. We'll have to wait a little bit to find out. I also think we need to add some blocks to stop villagers from jumping up here, because it seems they have been having quite a party and have broken a lot of farmland. Yep, put that right there. Put the button up ahead. I now pronounce you man and villager. Go make villager babies. I hope this thing works. Maybe I'll bone meal some stuff, but I'm going to leave these two alone and see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd basically given up on this project. I'd been sitting here for a while. I was like, this is not working. This is not working out. Nothing's happening. And I was actually messing around with the setup over there, seeing if I made the leaves thinner, if it would work. And all of a sudden, I walk back in here, and there's a baby villager. And the baby villager immediately, of course, runs right into where we want him to, meaning this system is working just about perfectly. I'll have to wait and see how it happens, see what happens. But so far, things are looking good. Now, I'm trying to think of where we should put the villagers, because even before we have a stockpile, we're going to want some sort of a space. And the reason I built this above ground in this little shack is I want this whole area to eventually be some sort of a little, nice village. And eventually we'll sort of extend the village down the coastline. Like, for example, we'll make another room right here where this zombie spawner is. We'll do that actually not in this episode, but pretty soon, because I need a good source of XP. Yeah, but for now, do we have enough resources to make a villager trading hall? I mean, it doesn't take that much to make one. Let me think about that for a sec. Alright, I did the thinking I said I was going to do, and I came up with this. Just a small temporary addition to the villager breeder. And while it's not going to win any awards for most comfortable place to live, oh, you really made a run for that door, it is something decent for now. Basically what's happening, you can see it in here, is baby villagers get pushed down into this area right here, because that's where the trader comes out from. And then once they grow up, they're going to be tall enough to reach this water right here and float on up, as this person right here demonstrated. So I guess they're going, it's not going to be a big pile up in here, but we're going to have a few. Actually, it's a pretty good idea to go in here and for now close off all of these trap doors, because we want actually more than 2 villagers in here to make sure it's running really fast. And once all of that's done, we can just leave this thing to run, and it'll keep generating villagers, and the villagers will keep generating things we can trade with them for. We don't have a good source of emeralds yet. We can get around to building one actually in this episode, because we have a tiny bit of time left. But what I want to do really quickly, well, not really quickly, but soon, is buy some ender pearls from this guy. And I know it might be easier to hunt endermen, but I'm bad at it, and I could really use a ton of ender pearls so that I can make eyes of ender, so that we can go to the end. It's not the end of the video. We still have some stuff left I think we can do, and we still have a mining challenge left to do. So you know what? I'm going to store all of the stuff that is clogged up in my inventory. And guys, check this out. Check this out. We just got an ocelot spawn on our island, which means it's going to have sort of a tough time getting away. Ooh, 3 ocelots. Mommy ocelot and 2 babies. Here, kitty kitty. He can't run away when he's in the water very well. So, I just feed you fish, right? Okay, how do I tame you, though? Okay, I have no clue what's going on. Maybe you can't tame an ocelot when it's in the water, but at any rate, we used up a lot of fish, and we are not getting much progress. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dig a big pit right here that ocelots cannot escape. I'm going to get that one in the boat into the pit, and we are going to feed him all of our fish, and he better turn into a cat. Oh, I'm an idiot. Also, what just happened there? They're like ghosting? Anyway, we can only tame it while it's walking toward us. Turning around, looking at me. Turning around, looking. No! Looking at me? No, what? What? No! You just have to... Oh my gosh. That was all it took. I just needed to be standing farther away. That was all it took. The second I move this far back, they both walk up to me. All that time. That is just absurd. Oh my gosh. All that time. Well, we now have a cat. This is the first time I've ever tamed a cat, ladies and gentlemen, which was why it took me so long. But we now have one. Let's move these guys. Do they attack parrots? Do cats attack parrots? I feel like having a cat and a parrot together would not be a good idea. However, let's move them at least up toward the island. Oh yeah, I forgot. They don't like moving. Alright, here comes one. Let's have him sit. Why can't I make them sit? Buddies, you're my pets. You should these are far too much like real cats, aren't they? Oh my gosh, let's fill in all this sand we've carved out of our beautiful island. Oh, and I guess we have pets now. That's nice-ish. Not necessarily worth the pain, but still nice. Alright, I looked around, I didn't find anything. I have no clue why that sound played, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear it. And for now, I think the last thing we're gonna do today is fix up a little bit of redstone down in the AFK fish farm. Now, I don't think I've ever showed any of you this, but right after I built the AFK fish farm, if I can get down here, I built a little redstone circuit to close the dirt block up above it when we weren't using it, to make sure there wasn't a hole there and to make it work. But as you can see, where I put it would mean the entire fish farm would sort of break just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is sort of rearrange the redstone. You know what, I just need 2 pieces of redstone and a piece of wood right here, and it'll work. Actually, just 1 piece of redstone. Plop the redstone down, put a block down, and put the lever down. And now when we flick this lever, it should, close that up above. I now need a redstone block to power that lamp, because that used to be what powered the lamp. And there we go. If we flick this lever, the dirt closes in above our fish farm, and if we unflick it, it opens up so we can AFK and fish. The reason we need light anyway is because of something in the game code. Apparently, if the water you're fishing on is exposed to light, it works a lot better. But sadly, guys, I think we're going to have to wind down this episode. And of course, as always, we're going to end it with a mining time-lapsey thing. I hope it's a time-lapse. The last few episodes, we haven't got around to actually editing the footage. I filmed it, and I was like, this episode is way too long. We cannot put a time-lapse in here. Hopefully, we won't have that problem. And tell me what I should do. I mean, I'm always going to mine, but should I do the time-lapse? Is there a better way I could do the time-lapse? Tell me that down below, and I'll listen to what you have to say. And as usual, I'm going to ask everyone on the Discord server how many diamonds they think I'll get, and whoever is correct, I'll give them a little shout-out or whatever. Also, in the Discord, I made a new rank, so, whoever guesses correctly is promoted to Mighty Oracle for the week. It's a fun little server. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. But whatever. You can do whatever you want. And speaking of doing what we want to do right now, I'm going to plop my mining hat on, go into first person, bring out my pick, which might have a little bit of a problem during this mining challenge. It's wearing a little thin. And we're going to go down toward bedrock and start mining. Okay guys, we are back, and that was seriously a fantastic mining challenge. We got 56 blocks of coal, 54 blocks of redstone, 22 blocks of lapis, and 43 diamonds, which means we have almost a full stack of diamonds already. That is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, we're gonna have to spend some repairing this pick, as I got it all the way down to 1 durability, and I think we'll enchant that and upgrade it, which means we can enchant at level 30 now. We need a level 30 enchanter. We'll set that up in the next episode, but unfortunately, guys, for now, this is going to be it. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you loved it, please subscribe. Or, you know, if you liked it a good amount, you don't have to love this video. And until the next time, guys, this has been Richy, and I'm out. I didn't mean to do that. I'll see ya.